Hi guys, welcome everybody to today's live. So today I'm going to talk about success and how sometimes we unconsciously avoid success for different reasons, which sabotages it. So I'm just going to give people a moment or two to join before we get started. Let me know where you're joining from. Hi Carolina, welcome. How are you? Hi Kalal. Okay, so as I said a moment ago, sometimes we unconsciously avoid success. We actually sabotage ourselves when we do that. So first of all, I'd like to ask you, what does success mean to you? Hi Lissy, welcome. What does success mean to you? If you think about success in your business, what does it look like? Please share in the chat what that is, what that looks like. So first of all, it's important to have an idea of what success looks like for us. Sometimes people don't have a kind of a clear enough idea, so they're sending out mixed messages to the universe. So if you could have anything in your business in terms of what you'd like to create, hello Elizabeth, what is it that you'd create? You know, for some people it's more travel, more sales, more money, depending what, industry you're in. And consciously that desire is there. However, we can have conflictual feelings, which can be on the conscious level or it can be unconscious. We can have conflicting belief systems. So the belief systems are driving the feelings and thoughts, which cause us to avoid and resist success. So that's really what we're going to be looking at today. And sometimes it is unconscious. So if it's unconscious, we don't know about it. And what happens when we have an avoidance to success is we're going to create barriers and walls to not having it, because the unconscious mind feels threatened, or it doesn't feel safe, or it thinks it's going to be a hassle, or it thinks it's going to create some kind of conflict. So if you are aware of what you might be avoiding in regards to success, what is that? What might you be avoiding? So we're going to run the healing statement through that, because with the healing statement, if I ask a question like, what is it that you're avoiding? When I ask that question, I'm actually asking your unconscious mind so that it can bring up everything that you're avoiding, so we can start to remove it with the healing statement. And sometimes what happens then is you start to get awareness. It might be now, it might be a little bit later, of what it is you're avoiding. So we're going to ask your unconscious mind to bring up from the unconscious up to the conscious what it is you are avoiding. We're going to start to clear that out. We're going to cancel, resolve, dissolve, transform, transmute it from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. And why are you avoiding it? So guys, if anything comes up, let me know. Why are you avoiding it? So what is the motivation? The motivation is usually some kind of past experience or set of experiences. It could also be ancestral. And based on those experiences, you have a collection of feelings, thoughts, perhaps some trauma. You have belief systems which get triggered, activated when you look at success. And it's those belief systems, those feelings, those thoughts, which have huge power. They create huge barriers and blocks, energetic barriers around you, so that you do not have to face what it is that you're avoiding. But the success is on the other side of those barriers. So let's start to bring down those walls and those barriers. And we're going to ask to find all the beliefs, the feelings, the experiences, everything that keeps that in place, and start to move it out. Cancel, resolve, dissolve, trace, void, transmute from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. A lot of success in business is based on energy. Really, in terms of anything that we manifest, a lot of it's based on energy. Action is required. So that's the thing. It's not 100% energy. Action is required too. But often we find ourselves in a space of no action because we have all of this energy that we're carrying. So all the energy that keeps you in a state of no action in your business, can we cancel, resolve, dissolve? Choose fortitude suited from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So just to go back to my previous point, a lot of, the success in business, it's based on energy. Hi, Andrea, welcome. Welcome, everybody else. Let me know where you're joining from. So we're talking about how we avoid success. We can have the conscious desire for it, yet we have unconscious conflicts. Sometimes they're actually conscious. Sometimes you're aware of them, that create an energy that creates barriers, walls, that does not allow you to have the success, and the success is on the other side of those walls. So my question is, first of all, what does success mean to you? We're going to ask that your higher self actually connects now and brings in its idea and its version of success so that it can come into your lower self. And when I say lower self, what I'm referring to is your conscious, your unconscious mind. Cancel, resolve, dissolve all the things that does not allow you to be able to see, feel, perceive, and conceptualize your higher self's version of success. So your higher self's version of success is going to be in alignment with what your soul's purpose is, which is why your soul, your spirit, came here in the first place. So when we can actually reach the place where we are in touch with that, and we can change the way that we do business, we learn to do business in a different way, where we're in touch with our higher self, because our higher self has a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge, and all the things that might be what you perceive as a problem actually is not a problem for your higher self, because your higher self has insights, awareness, and solutions to what you think are the problem. So let's just bring that through and release all the things in the way of that. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve. Choose fortitude from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS. I feel I should say that the whole problem issue is another thing that actually needs a clearing, and I might come back to that in a moment, but I don't want to go too off track, so let me just put that to the side for a minute. So the success is largely dependent on energy. As I said, action is required as well. But if you are not energetically in alignment with what it is you want to create, you're probably not going to create it, or you're going to have obstacles, or you're going to have difficulties. Some of those difficulties and some of those obstacles can be generated internally, because everything is vibration, everything is frequency. So even if you're facing them outside, chances are there's something inside that needs to be worked on, because even if there's something occurring outside, if you're okay inside, it's going to kind of just, you're going to look at it from a different space. There's no charge, or you're neutral about it, okay? So what is it inside of you that is generating the problems, the difficulties, the obstacles? And let's ask your unconscious mind to show us and bring up the energy within you that is generating that, and the motivations for that. The motivations can be coming from our unconscious mind, but they're very distorted, they're very twisted, they're actually not in alignment with truth. So when we can kind of just straighten that out, the unconscious mind can become your friend and it can work with you. So let's release all of that. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, switches you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. And let's ask source energy to show you, how can your unconscious mind become your friend? How can it become your ally? And how can it work with you? And what information, let's just bring in, download what information it needs to see, know, and recognize to let go of the distortions, the motivations, the trauma, and anything else that is creating it to do that. Let's cancel it, resolve, dissolve, transfer, choose from the source point on all levels of your being. I'm seeing some vows here, so we're going to just give you sources, truth, and perspective of when you made that vow, why you made it, and just update whether that is the best thing for you now. And we're going to show you that you can remove that without any negative consequence and just release anything that's in the way of that. Let's revoke it, renounce, denounce, cancel, resolve, dissolve. Trace for and choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So if you consciously desire, no one's letting me know what your idea of success is. Please let me know. What does success mean to you, and what are you avoiding about it? If you just close your eyes for a minute and say, what am I avoiding about success? Your unconscious mind is going to give you an answer. I'd love to know what that is, because it's going to allow me to go in deeper to facilitate the clearings. So if we have all of these conflictual ideas in regards to what success is, your unconscious won't create it. You'll stay stuck. You might create and generate problems and obstacles. So you have to look at, first of all, what is my idea of success? And why do I want it? What's my motivation? You know, if you're motivated only because you feel like you have to do it, or money, or fear, or lack, that's not going to help. So that has to be released. That has to be resolved within you. If you're motivated to do it because it brings joy to you, it brings happiness, it brings lightness in some way or other, that is the correct motivation. So then if you're doing it only because it's about fear or lack or something like that, you can ask yourself, okay, so if I had plenty of money, would I still do it? And if you get a no, and once you've cleared your limitations, you might want to ask, okay, well, what can I do in business that is going to be light, joyful, fun? Some of you might want to say in alignment with your purpose. That's the choice. And when you ask that question, the universe is going to provide you with the insight, the awareness, the tools, and the knowledge for you to be able to do that. Because look at like either your current business, if you feel that way, that you're only doing it because you feel like you have to, it's a necessity, your motivation is fear or lack of money or whatever it might be. Or if you can just cast your mind back to a place where you did some kind of work, it can be work, it can be business, which actually you didn't really want to do. What was the energy you were pouring into that? Because when you're doing it from a space of not wanting to do it, you pour that energy, you drip it into your business. People respond to that. And really you're saying, I want it because I need it, but I don't want to do it, and I feel resentful about doing it. So all the negativity from anywhere that you have put into your business, that you have dripped into your business, let's just bring in truth and show you that you can see what that is and what to do about that, because sometimes it's going to need deeper work. And let's just release it all. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, transform, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS. I am sensing a lot of energies in some of your business. Your business has its own consciousness, and it gets affected by the energy you put in it, others put in it, and I'm seeing a lot of energy there which really needs to be cleaned out, kind of like a reset, just a nice cleanse is required. So let's just show you that you understand what that is all about and what to do about that, and let's just clear what can go now. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve. Transform you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. I'm not seeing any comments, so I don't know if it's my Facebook or no one's actually commenting. So let me know if you can hear me or if just let me know that someone write me a message. Andrea, would you write me a message just to say I'm here so I can make sure that you're getting my to make sure I'm getting the comments. So you need to look at, okay, what is my motivation? And like once you're in a clear space about your motivation and you let go of the limitations in regards to why you feel you need to do it. Things are going to get lighter. And then that brings you into a different energy in your business. And the external is going to respond to that because it's all frequency. So we're going to ask, well, what are the frequencies within you and your business that you need to let go of? And what is it that you need to change in order to become that exuberant, light, fun, joyful energy, which is going to be a generative energy for your success. And we're going to release all the things that does not allow you to get that awareness and to actually shift your consciousness into that. We're going to revoke it, recount, reclaim, rescind, renounce, denounce, cancel, resolve, dissolve. Transform, transmute from the source point on all levels of your being, AWSI. So you need to have a clear idea. What is it that I want to do? Why am I doing it? What is the energy I'm putting into it? What do I have to change here? Sometimes you might like elements of your business, but there might be elements that you do not like doing admin or whatever it might be. So then you need to look at, okay, well, what do I have to do here? Because it's better for you to just do the things that you like to do, and then you can outsource the other things. But then sometimes people's minds go to the space of, well, I can't afford that. The mind will tell you all of the reasons why you cannot do that. But it's coming from past limitations. So most people operate their business from a space of their past experiences, past belief systems, feelings, thoughts, and rationale. Okay, so they make rational choices in business, thinking that the rational choice is going to get success. Let me give you an example. Let's say you need to hire somebody and you have two people. So when you're working from the space of, or choosing from the space of rational, you might have two people and one person, their fee is like 40% more than the first person. Maybe they have the same qualifications, etc. Maybe when you look at their work, it seems the same or similar. So your rationale might go, okay, well, I'm going to go with the person who is cheaper because that's going to save me money and I'm going to make more money that way. But what if sometimes actually the person who costs more is going to create more for you, create more money, create more ease, create more whatever it is that you would like to create? And yes, you can have a limiting belief that tells you no. But here's the thing. If you are committed to something in your business and in your life, the resources will show up in regards to what you need. But the mind will calculate everything and tell you why you shouldn't do this. But really, we need to make choices based on the energy, because the second person might actually energetically contribute to your business. So everywhere you're not seeing things from a place of intuitive awareness and choosing based on intuitive awareness in business, and you are using your rationale, which may be limiting you, let's just cancel, resolve, dissolve, transform, choose it from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS. Because another thing that we need to do in order to create more success and ease in business is remove the limiting operating system, the foundational belief systems and energies, and those energies generate the thoughts and the feelings, and actually reset our energy so that we are in tune with our higher self. So open up the doorways to our higher self, open up our intuition, and start to choose based on that. So all the things that does not allow you to do that and to know that that is possible, let's remove that. Let's cancel it, resolve it, dissolve it, transform, transmute from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. I'm going to run that again. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, transform, transmute from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So we need to really change the way that we operate in business and do it more from an energetic standpoint. Again, we still have to make choices, but actually if we learn to engage with our higher self and source energy and the universe and listen to what we're shown and told, you're going to create much more. And literally what happens is you start to do things in a different way. So let's say you need something to grow your business, you get the awareness, and then you just ask the universe to provide it, and it shows up. So you can ask the universe, okay, well, what is required and who is required to allow my business to grow exponentially? So asking that question, what you're doing when you do it from a space of expansion, you are engaging with the law of asking you shall receive. So when I say expansion, it's from your connection to source. So you can connect by doing a meditation where you literally, I think a lot of you are going to know this, you connect to source. You can go within your heart, you can go above. There's many different ways to connect, because source is within everything. The divine essence is within everything. So you can do it through expanding your energy out and connecting with all of the molecules of existence. And do that every day, just when you wake up. And then you can ask questions like I just said. And you're not asking the question from the space of needing to get an answer, because you're engaging with the laws of the ask and you shall receive. So it's more from the space of, okay, so what is it I need to do today to grow my business? You let it go, you go about your day. Awareness starts to come in, insight starts to come in. You might manifest someone and they will literally give you the answer of what is required, but then you have to take action. So it really requires engaging with your business in a different way. So let's just bring that understanding in of how to do that and release all the things in the way of you being able to do that with ease. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, trace, void, transmute from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS Pisces. Because source energy wants to support you in success, and particularly wants to support you in your divine purpose. So if your business is about your divine purpose and you can tap into that, and it doesn't have to be, but you know, when it is, there's a lot of support available, and really, you know, the universe does want to support you in succeeding. Not so much when it's a space of ego driven or there are other motivations, but that's another kind of topic for another day. So you can literally ask, you know, how can every molecule in existence contribute to the success of my business? And what you're doing is you're calling those molecules up for support. So everything in the way of that showing up for you, can we cancel, resolve, dissolve? Trace, void, transmute from the source plane and all levels of your being, AWS. So I'm sensing as I do that clearing, some of you have some belief systems which need to be released. Beliefs like people are against me, others are against me, the world is against me. You know, that can be as simple as coming from maybe having experiences where you've felt like people are against you, or maybe they were, and particularly when this happens when you're very young, this gets imprinted into your unconscious mind, because our early experiences, they create our expectations for other people. So that needs to be removed so that you can take the kind of like blinders off, so you can see that you are actually supported. But right now some of you can't see that because you're operating from that place. So then if the world is against you and people are against you, how's that going to shut you down in business? It's going to shut you down a lot, because your unconscious mind is not going to want to engage with people. It's probably, potentially for some of you, you're going to be afraid of people. So let's just start to clear what we can. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, trace, void, transmute from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. And you're probably going to feel like you have to do everything yourself. That is a big block in business. Feeling like you have to do everything yourself, because you can't do everything yourself in order for you to create the level of success that you want, because it will consume all your energy, your time. So you have to be able to delegate. So let's just show you that truth and all the things in the way of that. Let's come to resolve, dissolve, choose what you do from the source point and all levels of your being, AWS. That could be something that some of you are actually resisting. Some of you are avoiding, because if you have these belief systems, people are against me, I have to do everything myself. Like either or both of those. Your unconscious might be saying, well, I can't grow more because when I grow more, I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose time. I'm going to lose maybe time with my family, the people I love. I'm going to be drained. It's going to be too much. I'm going to be consumed. So there's this energy of sacrifice, is either or, but actually that doesn't have to be the truth because there's other possibilities available. But the other possibilities, they kind of, let's imagine this is the barrier that is created based on your belief systems, okay? And outside this barrier, there's all of these possibilities, all these things that are possible for you and your business, but you're not accessing them because you have these walls up and you're seeing through the lens of the past experiences. But once you break that down and remove that, all of these other possibilities show up. So let's just bring in that truth, and let's bring in the truth of how many possibilities are actually available to you beyond your limited mind, beyond your limitations, beyond your past experiences in business. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, transform, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So what is it that you're avoiding in business? Let me know, guys. Sometimes it can be, here's some of the things I just worked on with people. It can be they're resisting their clients or certain clients. Sometimes I have clients that are quite demanding or take a lot of energy and they don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to handle it. And sometimes part of why they're attracting that and attracted to it is because it's mirroring some kind of dynamic in their life or in their past. So even if they don't like it, there may be a comfort in it. So let me give you an example. When I just want to show you the view here. I'm actually in Bangkok at the moment, so I'm just here about to leave to go to Koh Samui for our retreat, which starts this weekend. I'm just looking out the window and it's a really nice view, so I just want to show you. I don't know if you can see. Okay, I hope you can see that properly. So it's like if you have somebody who had the role in their family of being the fixer. As an adult, they might find themselves attracted to people that need to be fixed or believe they need to be fixed. And they may really not like it on a lot of levels, but on some level it might make them feel like they have a sense of purpose or importance. So there is an unconscious pull towards it. So sometimes what happens is you're going to attract and or be attracted to people who mirror some kind of dynamic. And that's because there's an unconscious pull. It's also because the frequency within you that is not resolved is attracting that in. And so they might actually resist working with the client. So what needs to happen here is you need to look, okay, well, what clients do I want? Do I believe I can have it? Do I believe I'm worthy of it? Sometimes it's people don't believe they're worthy of it. So they're actually settling. So all the ways that you're settling and all of the reasons that you're settling, let's cancel, resolve, dissolve. Choose for choose it from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So they may not think that they're worthy of this success, which causes them to settle. They may not believe that they can have it because there's all these limitations and all of these reasons why the mind will tell them that they can't have it. So that needs to be removed. And you need to look, okay, well, what's going on here? Clear that out and call in the clients that you do desire. So, sometimes people have these ideas, well, my clients are limited, but we have so many people on the planet. And you're not actually seeing where the clients are, who the clients are, who are able to receive what you have to offer. So can we show you that? Where are those clients and who are they? And we're going to ask the universe to help open that up. So we're going to ask, what will it take for them to show up and release the things in the way of that? We're going to cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose voice, choose view from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So even looking at like where are the parts of my business that feel heavy to me? Hello, Awana. Where are the parts of my business that feel heavy to me, and what are they? Guys, if something comes up, let me know, because it's those areas that feel heavy that you need to look at. And you need to look at, okay, well, what is this about? What do I have to do? And what do I have to change here? Sometimes it's just about changing the energy, your perceptions, your feelings. It's actually triggering or activating something within you. And once that's cleared, there's lightness. Sometimes you have to change something, add something, or let something go in order for growth to occur. So you can ask, well, what do I have to do about this, first of all? And awareness will come to you, insight will come to you. Again, it may not be in that moment. So let's ask, what are the areas in your business that there is heaviness? And some you might know, but some, it might be so unconscious that you're not aware of that. So all the things in the way of you knowing that and recognizing that, let's cancel it, resolve, dissolve, trace forward, from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS spicy. And then you need to look, okay, well, what is it that I need to do? And just see what awareness. Again, sometimes it's just about clearing energy, but sometimes it might be, like I said earlier, you know, our success in business is largely dependent on energy. It's not only energy, we do need action, but even when we don't take the action, it's because there's some energy that needs to be resolved. Hello, Roberta. Welcome. Hope you're okay. Hope you're well. So if you're not in energetic alignment, or you're not committed to your business, or you're not happy and you're doing it for the wrong reasons, the wrong motivations, it's not going to grow in the way that you want. So that's something that you need to look at. So we have so much conflict within us in regards to certain things, in regards to business, that needs to be resolved within you to bring lightness, because that heaviness goes into your business. So all of that heaviness, let's cancel it, resolve it, dissolve it. Transform and choose it from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS. And you can ask, what do I have to add to my business for it to grow, for it to be light, for it to be easy, for it to be joyful? Okay, easier. Doesn't always have to be easy, but you can ask for that. So releasing the things in the way of that. Let's cancel, resolve, desire, transform, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So again, our business has its own consciousness. It has life force. And part of what really helps when you're working with your business is to actually listen to it. So asking it, what do you need from me in order for you to grow? And seeing what insights and awareness come through. So let's just release the feelings, the thoughts, the perceptions, the barriers, the blockages, anything that does not allow you to listen, to hear, and to dialogue with your business. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose voice, choose view from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. But then you can also ask, what can you do to contribute to the success in business, and ask it to help. But what we do is we project a lot of stuff onto the business, okay? That can be your past experiences where you have felt like you have failed. What if every experience that you believe is a failure actually has some kind of knowledge in it, has some kind of learning, and you can apply it to your business? So let's ask for that to come through, and let's show you how to do that. And I'm sensing a shift now in the energy. I'm sensing some excitement coming into some of you and some of your business. So let's release all the things in the way of this. Revoke, renounce, denounce, cancel, resolve, dissolve. Choose for, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. Sometimes we feel like we failed, okay? Because you have this idea, all right, this is what success looks like, and it should be this way. When you have those fixed ideas of what success is, you project all of that onto your business. You place a lot of pressure on your business or elements of your business. It might be products, it might be, whatever it is that you do, okay? You place that on it, and it creates a restriction. So all the ways you're doing that, and all of the constriction, which is manifesting as restriction, which is actually acting as energetic restraints on what you can create, bring in, generate, and bring into fruition. We're going to cancel, resolve, dissolve, transform, transmute it from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So we're just going to run that again. Cancel, resolve, dissolve, transform, transmute it from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So you have all these fixed points of view about what success is and what it should look like, and it has to look like this. So then what happens when you don't create it? You're probably going to feel disappointed. You might feel like you're a failure. And actually, it's not even true. And what happens to that energy? Where does that go? Sometimes you're projecting that onto your business. You're dripping it into your business, and people are responding to that. So let's release all of that. So then all of those limitations in regards to perceived failure, in regards to whatever is going on in your own life that is carrying over into your business, you need to look at that and change that so that you can really reset your business. So let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, transform, you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So a lot of the time we want something, but we have a split or maybe multiple splits in our consciousness that are conflictual in regards to the success. And often it has nothing to do with the business and success. And that needs to be resolved, because you're not going to get the result that you're looking for if there's all of these conflictual ideas and energies coming out. Like, if you think about it from a relationship perspective, okay? Let's imagine you're in a relationship with someone, or you're dating someone, and they have all of these conflictual feelings and thoughts and behaviors. What happens to you? Probably you're not going to know if you're coming or going, okay? It's very confusing. So when we have all of these types of conflictual feelings about the business, we're sending all of that out. And then what does the universe do? It responds to all of that conflict. So everywhere you're doing that, unconsciously, let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, transform, transmute from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So another thing that people can avoid in business, it can be the fear, the expectation of negative attention. When you grow, you are probably going to receive more attention. Some of it will be positive, some of it will potentially be negative. So it can be that you're resisting that negativity. So then you need to look at, well, what does that negativity bring up for me? So all the ways you're resisting that, let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, transform, transmute from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS. For some people, it activates insecurity, or a feeling like maybe I'm not good enough, maybe they're right. But what if a lot of the time it's nothing to do with you? Because people have their own stuff that they're carrying. And in this world, there's a lot of projection that goes on. So let's show you that you recognize what truth is and what is projection, and all of the ways you have took on the projections of others in regards to you, in regards to your business, in regards to any area of your life. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, transform, transmute from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS. Sometimes you'll own them as true. So if you own it, it can even be like a fleeting thought. Oh, maybe it's true. That can cause you to take it on. And another kind of like deeper underlying thing that can occur is you have a frequency within you, a belief system, etc., that matches that. Then what happens is that stuff sticks to you like Velcro. And then what's occurring is you're creating part of your business based on someone else's projection, someone else's pain, someone else's hurt, someone else's criticism. which keeps you stuck. So let's cancel, resolve all the stuff that has stuck to you and bring in what it is that you need to see, know, look at, and transmute within you. So this is no longer an issue for you. And ask Source to show you how you can create beyond your limitations, your fear, your worry that is getting activated, etc., but also other people's limitations. Because when we resolve the stuff within us, what happens is we become neutral. We return to the energy of Source. Okay? So when stuff comes at you, it doesn't actually hit you. It doesn't stick to you like Velcro anymore. It kind of just moves through you. Okay? Because there's nothing to stick to. So that's the important part, looking at, okay, so what is my deepest fears within me in regards to if this were to happen? And sometimes your fears are just fears. They're not a reality. It's activating something from your unconscious that is unresolved within you. So then one of the keys is to actually resolve what needs to be resolved within you. So let's just show you what is required and release the things in the way of that. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve. Choose for intuitive from the source point and all levels of your being, age of precisely. And some of you, within you, you may have wiring that causes you to focus on the negative, to expect the negative. And that's probably because you've experienced a lot of it. So it's wired in. But what if we could shift that somewhat, so that, at least somewhat here today, so that you can actually see, well, where is the positive? Where is the positive feedback? And how you can receive more of that. And let's ask for more of that to show up in your life, in your reality, and release what is in the way of that. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve. Choose what you did from the source point and all levels of your being, age of precisely, because you have massive power inside of you. And if your energy is invested in a lot of old limitations and pain and suffering, and your unconscious mind, the one of the main purpose of it is to protect you. And if it feels like you're going to be hurt or threatened or damaged in some way, if you have success or it's going to be a hassle, it will just try and protect you. So what's happening in this case is your own energy is working against you, not on purpose. But when you actually resolve these things within you, you take all of your creative energy out of those limitations, and then you can redirect that to create what it is you'd like to create. So let's show you how to do that and open up so that you can unleash that in a positive way to draw to you what it is that you are desiring, and to increase success and release what is in the way of that. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose what you do from the source point on all levels of your being, age, or best precisely. Okay guys, let me know how you're all doing. So one other thing I just want to quickly mention is, when we choose in business, a lot of the time what we'll do is we'll make a choice based on a past experience. It can be what you perceive as an experience that was negative or didn't go so well, or it can be really positive. So you're choosing constantly, and we usually aren't aware of it, based on those past experiences. You're comparing. Those past experiences are your references. But then really what happens is it's difficult to create beyond those experiences because you're constantly comparing to them, and it keeps you stuck. So we need to clear out the past references and shift into making choice based on the higher self and our engagement and dialogue and our awareness. That is going to create much more for you. So let's just clear out what can go. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose for you from the source point and all levels of your being, age of your society. So all the ways you're creating you are choosing and calculating based on past negative experience, or limiting, or what you perceive as a failure, or not profitable. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose for zero from the source point and all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So let's say you have certain sales that you want to make, and you don't make those sales with a specific product. You might then say, okay, well, that doesn't work. But what if that could actually work at a different time? And what if there were reasons that that didn't work at that time? Maybe it was your beliefs, maybe it was timing, maybe it was something else. But you've already decided that it doesn't work, when actually that could be an asset to you. So that's just an example. So let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose for zero from the source point and all levels of your being, AWS. If you're constantly comparing to the best, what you perceive as the best aspect of something, whether it's products or sales, then you're constantly trying to match that. And then if you don't feel good about yourself. But then what if some of the things that you have done have actually massively created an energetic profit, even if it didn't match what you wanted from a money perspective, because some of it's related to money, and that is what a lot of people calculate based on. So let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose for zero from the source point and all levels of your being, AWS precisely. And you can also ask, well, how can I increase the energetic profit, the financial profit, and releasing all the things in the way of that? Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose for zero from the source point and all levels of your being, AWS. So I'm seeing some attachments to some of these past things. This can be, you can have energetic attachments, which can be like an energetic merging of energy or marriage with a past business, a past employment, and you're leaking energy when you have those attachments. It can be a past job. You know, our past jobs and employments, we can pick up also a lot of limitations based on that. They need to be released. They need to really be explored and released, because it's all just energy leaking, which when you reclaim, you can use in a different way to create what it is you want. So let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose for zero from the source point and all levels of your being, AWS. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining me. Please drink plenty of water. You can go back and listen to the replay if you came late, or if you just want to go and receive the clearings on a deeper level. The other thing I wanted to mention to you is I am offering a course coming up the 25th, and you're welcome, Carolina, the 25th and the 26th, which is about making your business soar in 2024. So if your business is not going as well as you want, hoped, you're welcome, Elizabeth, expected. This course is really designed to help reset everything, to help up level your business. And also, you know, if there's kind of confusion about your business, or you're looking to gain insight about what you can do, this is also something that can really help you. So it's a 2-day energy clearing course, but we're giving you loads of different tools that you can use at home, and they can contribute constantly to the growth of your business. So we're going to be looking at a number of different areas. We're going to be looking at, you know, the limitations in terms of where your business is operating from, what you're projecting onto your business, opening you up to be able to engage, interact with your business, the universe, your higher self, how your intuition, the universe, your higher self can all contribute to your business growing, clearing out the old operating system for business, clearing out things like projected failure onto your business, clearing your business, clearing out other people's energy in your business. And there's much, much more to it as well. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. It's going to make a big shift. Really excited about that. So anyway, I'll share the link below in case anyone would like to join. I do recommend listening again, even if you've listened, because more awareness will open up each time you receive the clearings. All right, have a great Sunday, everybody. Thank you very much for joining. Bye-bye for now.